This story dates back to February 1948, and the location was almost the same place where MH370 was last seen on radar in 2014, the Strait of Malacca, a narrow stretch of sea between Malaysia and Indonesia, where thousands of ships pass every day. That day, the weather was perfectly clear. The sea was calm, and the wind was peaceful, like any ordinary day. Several American and British ships were traveling through the area. Everything seemed normal, until suddenly many ships received a strange radio signal. The signal was in Morse code. Back then, Morse code was considered more reliable than voice communication, because radio voices could easily fade due to fog, humidity, or distance. But Morse code, a pattern of dots and dashes, could travel thousands of kilometers without distortion. The signal began with 3 dots, 3 dashes, and 3 dots again. SOS. The pattern repeated twice before a long message followed. When decoded, the message said, SOS, SOS, message from steamship SS Ourang Medan, requesting immediate assistance, need contact with ships carrying doctors. Moments later, another message arrived. Probably the second officer is dead. Other crew members are also dead. No medical advice needed. SOS, requesting immediate help. Then came one final message. Just 2 words. I die. And then, silence. Nearby ships immediately tried responding, but there was no answer. Everyone realized something terrible had happened aboard the SS Ourang Medan. The closest ship nearby was an American merchant vessel called Silver Star. Its captain immediately changed course toward the coordinates from which the signal had come. At first, they assumed the ship was sinking or under attack. But after several hours, when they finally spotted the vessel, the crew was shocked. The SS Ourang Medan looked completely intact. There was no visible damage, no flooding, no signs of attack. It was simply floating silently in the middle of the ocean. Even stranger, despite being a steamship, no smoke was coming from its chimney, and the deck was completely still. No movement, no sound. The captain of Silver Star tried contacting the ship using loudspeakers and horns, but there was no response except the sounds of ocean waves. Finally, he ordered a rescue team to board the mysterious vessel. As soon as the rescue team stepped aboard, they felt something strange. The inside of the ship was unusually cold and eerily silent. Then they saw the first body. The man's face was frozen in terror. His eyes and mouth were wide open, as if he had witnessed something horrifying moments before death. His body was stiff, and his arms were stretched forward, as though he was trying to protect himself from something invisible. As the rescue team moved deeper into the ship, they found more corpses everywhere. Bodies covered the deck. The captain was dead at his post. The officers were dead on the bridge. Even the ship's dog was found dead, frozen in a terrifying posture, with its mouth wide open. But the strangest thing was this. None of the bodies had any wounds, no injuries, no blood, no signs of struggle. Only pure terror frozen on every face. When the rescue team reached the radio room, they found the radio operator dead beside the Morse transmitter. His fingers were still resting on the key, exactly where he had sent his final message, "I die." The rescuers realized that something completely abnormal had happened aboard the SS Ourang Medan. Since there were no visible injuries, it seemed the crew had died from fear itself. The team decided to tow the ship back to the nearest port for investigation. But just as they began attaching ropes, suddenly smoke started rising from one of the cargo holds. Within seconds, flames erupted violently. The fire spread so quickly that the rescue team had no choice but to flee back to their boats. And the moment they reached the Silver Star, a massive explosion tore through the SS Ourang Medan. The mysterious ship broke apart and slowly disappeared beneath the ocean, taking all its secrets with it forever. No physical evidence remained, only the horrifying testimony of those who witnessed it. Years later, researchers discovered something strange. There was no official registration record for any ship named SS Ourang Medan. Some people claimed the entire story was fake. Others believed the ship was operating illegally after World War II, using a false identity. One theory says the vessel was secretly transporting deadly chemicals like potassium cyanide or nitroglycerin. Experts believe if seawater mixed with such chemicals, toxic gas could have spread through the ship, killing everyone instantly without leaving visible injuries. The later explosion could have been caused by unstable explosives on board. Another darker theory links the ship to Unit 731, the infamous Japanese military division that carried out biological experiments during World War II. Some believe the ship was secretly transporting chemical or biological weapons, and a leak killed everyone aboard. To this day, nobody knows the truth. The SS Ourang Medan remains one of the greatest maritime mysteries ever told. And even now, sailors passing through the Strait of Malacca still remember the ghost ship whose final message to the world was only two chilling words, "I die."